Cindy Curtis here with Wednesday Words. This week I'd like to talk to you about form. 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 I got some insight into what that means when I was looking at something that my 7-year-old granddaughter had made out of clay at Christmas. I had bought her a set of clay and she made a whole village and reformed that clay into something really beautiful. And she blended colors together. And if you looked at it, you would probably think, what in the world is that? But I can see her imagination and I can see what she was doing. And it was really beautiful. So I started thinking about transform. And a lot of times, what I do when I get into a stuck place is I do a transform. I might move a piece of furniture from one side of the room to the other side of the room or to a different room altogether. I might need to take my space where I work in and really move things around so they're in better reach or they just are better organized. It's sort of like a transition. Sometimes I like to even go into my closet and put something together that I've never worn together before and try to take what I have and make something new out of it because that's really what we do when we transform. And I look at that as a way to bring us from a place where we are not making progress to a place where we are. Sometimes I need to be informed better. I might have an idea, but I don't quite have the way to accomplish that idea until I learn some more. My older granddaughter, who is almost 11, decided she wanted to learn to crochet this year. And I used to crochet, but what I've realized is I've forgotten a lot of what I did with it or how to understand the directions. So I've been just practicing and just playing. And what I love about crochet from the beginning is if you make a mistake, you just easily pull it out and you can be informed. When we try to learn anything new, in my church, we have been working in the season of Lent with 40 days of devotionals that our church members have written together. Some people wrote two or three, and some people just wrote one, but they're beautiful. And the people really focused on what they wanted to get from the scripture that they selected, how it impacts their life, what their struggles mean, and it's so informative. So I would also ask you, what are you doing this Lent season? And if you don't practice Lent, what would you do though if you were going to read some scripture and try to be better informed on what that scripture means, how it applies to your life, and how you can take what happened to that person in that situation and see how those things can affect you as well. And then the last form that I want to talk about is reform. Because once we look at, I'm informed, I've made a transformation of some way, and now how can I reform something? Make it different, make it be a challenge for me, make it be something that I want to do. I have shared with you that I've been looking for signs of spring because I am definitely a spring and summer woman. I found underneath the pine straw in my garden evidence of my black-eyed Susans that are coming back up. The leaves are just as green as they could be, and that always makes me think about a reform. Last year, I invested in a garden and a new flower bed and some beautiful plants that were perennials that would come back year after year. And now to see them coming back just brings me joy. So when we think about our lives, have we gotten stuck in a stagnant spot? Have we gotten into a rut of the same routine, the same things that we always do? Is it time to reform, to get informed, or to transform something so that you can feel the joy? You can feel the little lift, and it doesn't have to be major. It can be something that you do for 30 seconds, something that you do for a minute, something that just is going to give you a little peace out of the world and a piece of being still. Have fun with this and take a challenge to do work on your form this week. I'll talk to you next week.